Trucker Dump for July 22nd, 2009, Episode 22. This economy just won't listen.
Welcome to Trucker Dump, where you'll get one driver's insights and sometimes humorous views of truck driving and the trucking industry, and pretty much anything else he feels like dumping on you. This podcast is brought to you by abouttruckdriving.com. Resources to help you understand the world of truck driving through the use of stories and a pathetic attempt at humor.
Hey there, Todd McCann here. Boy, was I disgruntled when I wrote this one. You'll see why. So let's get on with the crab fest. I called this one, This Economy Just Won't Listen. I don't ever recall giving this economy permission to affect my life, but similar to the evil overlord, it seems to be blatantly ignoring my demands. There was a time when an experienced trucking team could get 6,000 miles per week if they felt like working hard. Those times seem to be gone for now. Nowadays, if we can manage 5,000 miles, we feel extremely lucky. 3,500 to 4,000 is what we usually get. Every time the evil overlord and I think we've got a good week going, the freight seems to vanish like a birthday cake at an after-meeting Weight Watchers party. One particular weekend not too long ago, we were in the Seattle area with 3,500 miles and we still had 3 days left in the payroll period. We figured we'd run at least 1,500 miles in that time, putting us at an acceptable 5,000 miles. 2,500, easy for a team, and we'd hit 6,000 miles. I shouldn't have got my hopes up. 3 days later, we had 3,800 miles after a couple of crappy little local runs. Those of you following my Twitter feed probably got tired of my whining about it the entire weekend. Sorry about that. Guys got to vent somewhere. This week, the evil overlord is at home taking a break, so I'm running solo. I had 2,300 miles with 2 days left in the pay period. I was looking at a good week for a solo driver. Then I sat for nearly 2 days, effectively squashing my mood like a cockroach under a kid's foot. As bad as freight is right now, that isn't the only reason that the economy has affected my trucking career. The company that I work for has been laying off non-driving personnel with a vengeance. This affects me because everyone still standing is overworked, grumpy, dazed, and confused. I had one forlorn weekend dispatcher tell me he was so stressed that if he couldn't find me a load, he'd have me go get a truckload of beer and route me to the company headquarters parking lot where we would promptly set to work on it. That one gave me a good chuckle. Here's how this shortage of driver supporting personnel is affecting us. After sitting for a few hours, you ask when you'll be getting a load. Half the time they didn't even realize you had delivered your previous load and are available for another. Day shift doesn't let night shift know what's going on, and vice versa. Although I guess that's really par for the course. You call in on the evenings or weekends, and they're so understaffed that it takes 30 to 45 minutes of horrible hold music before somebody answers a phone. Then they transfer you to someone else, which forces you to endure yet another butchered orchestral version of an otherwise decent song. Then that guy accidentally hangs up on you. They send you to get empty trailers that don't exist. If it does exist, the place you're taking it doesn't want it. You finally show up to pick up a load, only to discover that it left with another driver 2 hours ago. When you're home waiting for the company to call you with the load, as they said they'd do, they continually call your cell number instead of your home number, even after you've told them 1,000,000 times that you live out in the sticks and your cell phone doesn't work when you're at home. Because they can't get a hold of you, they give your load to someone else and forget that you exist. When you call them and find out what happened, they somehow manage to blame you. Ugh. Okay, I admit the last one probably doesn't happen to most people, but it certainly does nearly every time we go home. The rest of that stuff doesn't happen every day either, but the frequency of these kinds of things is ever increasing. My whole point is this. If you're considering driving a truck in this economy, you may want to re-examine your thinking. This will accomplish two very important things. 1. You might save yourself from not making as much money as you were expecting. 2. You'll leave more freight for me. Thanks a bunch. Well, there's another one in the can. If you've got a wisecrack about calling a wambulance for me, shoot it to truckerdump@gmail.com or go to abouttruckdriving.com Type TD022 in the handy-dandy search bar and tell us how the economy is affecting you and your company. Please consider subscribing to the podcast or the blog while you're there. Or you can always reach me on Twitter, where I'm at Todd McCann. That's 2 D's, 2 C's, and 2 N's. If you're feeling sorry for me and my bad attitude, you could always try to cheer me up by hopping over to iTunes and leaving a review of the podcast. Well, enough whining and begging. Thanks for listening to the Crab Fest. So until next time, drive safe and stay out of my way. No, seriously, I need the miles.